God is speaking with you today. There is a profound silence lingering in the highest office of the Matrix right now, a stillness that feels almost oppressive. Somewhere deep within the core of this dark system, a phone is ringing, a call that no one dares to answer. It's a signal from the heart of the darkness itself, a message from the governing authority that rules over the shadows. And yet, in this moment, no one moves to pick it up because they know what it signifies. It's a call that disrupts the entire order, sending shockwaves through the very foundation of their control. A report sits on the president's desk, an ancient, sacred document that contains the truth of your awakening, your defiance, and your breakthrough. This report has sent tremors through the corridors of darkness because, for the first time in history, someone dared to cross the invisible line they drew to keep you small. Someone broke the seal, shattered the illusion of impossibility, and cleared a level that was supposed to be reserved only for the obedient and the compliant. That someone is you. You, the one who refused to accept the counterfeit blessings, the hollow success, or the false security offered by a system designed to keep you subdued. Your act of rebellion was not loud, it was subtle, precise, and rooted in divine intelligence. It was a shift that rippled into the spirit realm with the force of a seismic event, a security breach that no protocol could contain. You need to understand the magnitude of this moment. When the system applies pressure, it does so with the intent of breaking you. It unleashes betrayal, isolation, financial hardship, heartbreak, and despair, those familiar tools meant to force compliance. The majority of people, over 99.9%, settle. They cave under the pressure, accept the counterfeit, and lower their standards because it's easier to conform than to stand firm. Your father couldn't pass this level. Your mother, too, struggled against the same wall. Your ancestors fought the same battle for generations, often tapping out before reaching the breakthrough. The President of Darkness counted on you to be just like them, to be broken, to accept the illusion, to settle for less. They had your file on their desk, your psychological profile, your history, your potential, and they predicted, with chilling certainty, that you would fold by the age of 25. They told themselves that you would become bitter, addicted, or compliant, just like many before you. But you are the anomaly, an outlier, a divine glitch in their system that they did not see coming. What makes you so different? How could someone like you, seemingly ordinary on the outside, defy the entire framework of darkness? It's because you dared to look at the impossible odds and say no. You refused the counterfeit blessing that was offered as a shortcut, fake relationships, quick money, hollow success, or fleeting validation, that was designed to trap you. You looked beyond the illusion and saw your worth. You believed that you deserved more than what they were offering, more than the lies and manipulations of the system. Because you dared to stand your ground, you didn't just resist, you broke the simulation. You shattered the illusion of control they thought they had over your destiny. The president is stunned because there is no protocol for someone who refuses to be bought, who values their soul more than their safety, who chooses authenticity over compliance. They feel deceived, tricked by what they consider a divine trick, because, in a way, it was. It was the universe itself that sent you into their territory disguised as an ordinary civilian. You appeared harmless, you looked like a typical person who would follow the rules, who would accept the status quo, who would settle for mediocre blessings, but beneath that surface was a divine force, an awakening soul with a mission to rewrite history and unshackle your lineage from the chains of darkness. They tested you. They threw everything at you: doubt, fear, temptation, betrayal, financial loss, heartbreak. They sent narcissists, energy vampires, jealous co-workers, family members wielding guilt, and spiritual black magic. They tried to haze you, to break your spirit, to make you conform. But they underestimated your resilience. They didn't realize they were awakening the pioneer within you. Every attempt to break you only strengthened your resolve. They didn't know they were activating the very energy they were trying to suppress. Their attacks became resistance training, an alchemy process that transformed pain into power, trauma into divine strength. You became the architect of your own liberation. Now, think about this: Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to defy a system built on fear and control? The answer lies in your refusal to accept the status quo and your willingness to forge a new path. You saw the counterfeit blessings, those shiny illusions that promised happiness but delivered emptiness, and you chose to walk away. You believed you were worth more than the system's fake offerings. That act of daring, that willingness to say no when everyone else said yes to mediocrity, changed everything. It was the moment you refused to participate in the lie. You became the first in your bloodline to do so. And that's why you are here, because your soul knew you had to break the cycle of poverty, abuse, trauma, and limitation. You looked at the impossible and decided to challenge the logic of the world. The system runs on a very specific operating system, the logic of the world, as they call it. It says, if you are betrayed, you must be broken. If you are attacked by many, hide. If you are offered a safe but hollow relationship, take it. Something is better than nothing. That's the bureaucracy of mediocrity, the law that governs 99% of the population. But you dared to impeach that logic. You questioned the narrative that says, you are weak, or you are destined to suffer. You decided that your worth was not dictated by their rules. Instead, you looked at their system and said, I veto this. You declared your independence. You refused to sign the contract of suffering, and instead, you authored your own constitution of freedom. This act of rebellion, this divine veto, wasn't just a statement, it was a legal declaration. You took the evidence they used to keep you stuck, the trauma, the betrayal, the lack, and turned it into your credentials. You transmuted pain into power. The very experiences that were meant to break you became the foundation of your sovereignty. Every betrayal became a clause of independence, every heartbreak a statute of resilience, every struggle a bill of rights for your divine authority. You rewrote the bloodline's constitution while under attack, rewriting the laws that kept your ancestors in chains. You realized that the system's rules were fake, they only held power because you believed in them. Now, you are the judge, the legislator, and the ruler of your own destiny. Imagine the ripple effect of your declaration. Your bloodline, your community, your entire lineage begins to shift. The old contracts of limitation are torn up, burned, or simply rendered null and void. You are rewriting the story of your existence from victim to victor, from slave to sovereign. Your story is now a testament to divine resilience and power. Your legacy isn't just about what you have, it's about what you create. Roads where there were jungles, bridges where there were chasms, lighthouses where there was darkness. Every act of faith you've exercised, every moment you chose love over fear, has civilized the wild territory of your soul and laid the foundation for others to follow. And now, I want to remind you of the seal of sovereignty, an invisible mark that signifies you have been tested, vetted, and approved by the highest authority in the universe. This seal grants you veto power over any energy, any force, or any attempt to interfere with your divine mission. It's a spiritual badge that cannot be revoked, a symbol of divine authorization that says, you are protected. You are unstoppable. You are sovereign. When you carry this seal, you walk through life with a divine shield, and nothing can penetrate your divine armor unless you allow it. So, what does it feel like to carry this seal? It's a knowing that you are no longer subject to the chaos of the external world. It's a deep sense of peace rooted in divine truth. It's the understanding that you have the power to veto negativity, to reject anything that doesn't serve your highest good, and to uphold your divine right to live in abundance, love, and peace. With this seal, you become untouchable, not in arrogance but in divine confidence. You are the divine authority, the judge, and the legislator of your own universe. Think about this, how will you now govern your life? Will you let old fears, doubts, and external influences dictate your reality? Or will you step fully into your sovereignty and declare, this is my kingdom. My rules are divine laws. I am the ruler of my destiny? Because once you embrace this divine status, everything shifts. The universe responds to your declaration. Doors open where there were walls. Opportunities come where there was scarcity. Peace replaces chaos because you've claimed your divine right to be the ruler of your own life. The old system, The Matrix has no choice but to recognize your authority. The President of Darkness, the Architects of Control, the Gatekeepers, all of them have to acknowledge that you are no longer under their jurisdiction. Their power diminishes in the face of your divine declaration. They see your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering faith. They realize you're not just a participant anymore, you are a leader, a spiritual ambassador of divine law. They are forced to step back because they know that crossing your path now is a violation of divine protocol. They are now dealing with a sovereign, a creator who has signed their own divine declaration of independence. And what about those who once betrayed you, tried to stop you, or walked away? They are witnessing your rise with a mixture of remorse and awe. They see that their short-sightedness, their envy, and their sabotage only fueled your ascent. They thought they were the main characters in your story, but they were merely supporting cast, necessary villains in your narrative of victory. They are now realizing they were the resistance training, the hurdles designed to make you stronger. Their role was to test your resilience, and you passed with flying colors. You surpassed every expectation, every prediction, and every limitation imposed on you. Now, I ask you, what does this mean for your future? It means you have entered a new phase, a phase where your power is undeniable. You are no longer waiting for permission, you are declaring your sovereignty. You are the leader of your own universe, the captain of your soul, the architect of your destiny. The universe responds to your declaration of independence, your affirmations, your choices, your unwavering faith. You have the divine right to create a life that reflects your highest vision, your deepest truth. Every act of love, forgiveness, resilience, and divine trust is a vote for your sovereignty. Every time you refuse to settle, you are rewriting the laws of your bloodline. Every moment you choose to heal instead of hide, to forgive instead of retaliate, you are paving a path for future generations to follow. Your legacy isn't just about material possessions but about the divine blueprint you leave behind, a map for others to navigate their own journeys of awakening and sovereignty. And I want you to understand this, you are the divine blueprint. Your DNA has been rewritten, your spirit has been activated, and your soul has been awakened to its true power. The old contracts of limitation and suffering are now null and void. You've signed the new declaration, one that proclaims your divine right to abundance, peace, love, and divine authority. Your bloodline has been reset, and the ancestral code is now rewritten in divine language. You are the living proof that the impossible is possible, that trauma can be transmuted, curses can be broken, and darkness can be turned into divine light. So, what do you do next? Do you step fully into your authority? Do you declare to the universe, I am the first of my kind, and I am here to transform my lineage? The moment you speak this, the universe responds. Your words become a divine decree, and the cosmos begins to align with your new reality. Are you ready to create your own divine constitution, one that protects your peace, your power, and your purpose? Because once you do, the old system has no choice but to bow to your divine sovereignty. Now, imagine yourself standing in the grand courtroom of the universe, holding the pen of divine authority. Every line you write rewrites your history, your future, and your bloodline. Every stroke affirms your sovereignty, your divine right to be free, prosperous, and loved. Your signature seals the deal, and the universe responds with infinite blessings. You are now the author of your own divine story, a story where you are the hero, the ruler, and the creator of your destiny. And as you step into this new chapter, remember, this is only the beginning. The real work is to maintain this divine status, to stand firm against any attempt to undermine your sovereignty. This is why daily affirmations, divine declarations, and unwavering faith are essential. The system will try to come back with old tricks, doubt, fear, guilt, or shame, but you have the divine veto power. You have the authority to say, not here, not now, because you are protected by divine law, sealed with the highest authority in the universe. You might ask, how do I keep this power alive? How do I ensure I stay rooted in my sovereignty? The answer lies in practicing divine awareness, knowing that your power is innate, that your authority is divine, and that your words and actions are sacred. Every time you declare your sovereignty, you reinforce your divine blueprint. Every act of love and resilience is a brick in your divine fortress. The more you claim your power, the more the universe conspires to support you. This isn't just a spiritual principle, it's a cosmic law. Now, I want to ask you another question. Are you ready to make this declaration official? Are you prepared to sign your own divine constitution? Because the universe is waiting for your affirmation. When you say, "I am the first, and the curse ends here," you activate the divine law of replacement. The old limitations are replaced with divine blessings. When you declare, "My lineage is free," you activate the ancestral reset. When you affirm, "I govern my life with divine authority," you set the new standard for your existence. Remember, this isn't about ego, it's about divine alignment. It's about recognizing that you have been chosen for this moment, chosen to shatter the illusions, to rewrite the history, and to set a new standard for all those who come after you. Your act of sovereignty is a divine service, a gift to your ancestors, your bloodline, and the entire universe. It's a declaration of divine victory that echoes through eternity. And as you stand at this threshold, know that the old system, built on fear, scarcity, and control, is trembling because it cannot contain the light you carry. Your light is the key to unlocking a new era, a divine era where sovereignty, love, and abundance reign supreme. The system's attempt to keep you small has failed because you refused to accept its limitations. You stepped beyond, into the realm of divine possibility, and you claimed your rightful place as a divine creator. So, I encourage you, keep declaring your sovereignty. Keep affirming your divine right to abundance, peace, and love. Keep rewriting the laws of your bloodline. Keep grounding ancestral trauma and transforming it into divine power. Because in this moment, you are not just awakening, you are transforming the very fabric of reality. You are breaking free from the illusion of separation and stepping into divine unity. This is your divine right, your divine destiny, your birthright as a sovereign being. The universe is waiting for your declaration. The cosmic clock is ticking. The old world is crumbling, and a new one is emerging, one built on divine truth, divine love, and divine authority. Are you ready to lead the way? Are you ready to be the first in your lineage to rewrite history in your favor? Because once you make that declaration, nothing can stop you. You are the divine blueprint, the original, the prototype, an unstoppable force of divine power. And the universe is celebrating your victory because you dared to be the first. Type Amen if want blessings from God Jesus. Like this video now to affirm. Subscribe to the channel for daily Jesus blessings.